Aquarius, welcome to July, reading for July 2023. Thanks for being here. Let's get you guys a monthly reading. I couldn't choose one or two of my decks, so I just chose a whole smattering, a whole bunch of them. This one is called The Knowing. It's a little oracle deck. Aquarius 2023. Let's get you a card from here, and I'll read one of these from the books. I'll read this one from the book as well. Ooh, liver. All right, Aquarius. It's a pretty graphic description of liver. Anatomical. Liver is so much about processing and detoxing, especially it comes up a lot around anger as well and feelings. July could be a month where you're really addressing moving through anything that doesn't serve you anymore, letting go, releasing any old feelings, processing, and giving your body the help and support it needs to kind of like move through anything that doesn't fit you anymore. So I'll read from the book here. The liver is your largest intestinal the liver is your largest internal organ and the most essential for detox of the body. It's responsible for countless numbers of reactions involving energy and storage, hormonal regulation, digestion, and so much more. It's associated with the wood element and a sense of willfulness and confidence in our lives. When our liver is frustrated, we might simply be stressed, but this stress is often a particular kind, when we're taking things very personally. Liver ill health is associated with poor self-esteem, a lack of power or the worry for power, a sense of scarcity, and an inability to discern with accuracy what is truly happening in one's life. Oof, hard hitting. So this month could really be an eye-opener for you, Aquarius, a real awakening or a calling to tend to what needs to happen in your life, to clear out the old, bring in the new, and trust your inner sense of power and knowing. Like I'm getting a really big feeling that it's time for you to really like dive deep into meditation, into any practices that really connect you to spirit and your true self. This is an Archangel deck. I really wanted angels for us this month. Archangel Azrael, hello from heaven. Your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of worries and feel their loving blessings. Okay, Aquarius. Well, the liver, I mean, with what the writing says too, this could mean a lot of worries or feelings about anyone that's passed on recently, or recent deaths, even like the death of a pet potentially, or ancestral healing. Let's see what else is coming up for you. That caught me by surprise. I wasn't expecting that message there. So through the month, feel free to reach out or call on or use Archangel Azrael. Archangels are available to anyone at any time. Anytime you need a little extra support, they are always available to come and help you out. And if you are particularly tending to your body this month, your feelings, your emotional body, it's going to be a really important one for you. Endurance. Okay, wow. So Aquarius, this month, or maybe you're currently really tending to a time of lifting yourself up or carrying the load, and out of love. Look at how all of the structure is here, the little town, but really the middle of it is all heart and inspiration. So you could really be efforting a lot right now to hold up family through a dark time, to hold up work through a transition time. And you might really be someone who's seeing it all through, seeing the ultimate picture, and seeing the reason why so much effort right now to hold everything up is really important, from a place of love and inspiration and open heart. I am also noticing that the vision and the heart are in color. They're very clear. They're the why. They're the true north. They're very, excuse me. They're like the reason, they're the motivation, clear vision, third eye, understanding that by efforting this much for this short interim period of time, ultimately it's going to work out, even though it might be really hard and there might be a lot of stress right now. You know, everything else is in gray. So there could be a lot of frustration. There could be a lot of fatigue. There could be a lot of efforting happening for you. If not, this isn't like a, this is going to happen to you this month. I hope if any kind of like negative messages or messages that are like stressful, they're supposed to be, if you feel a sense of relief, it's like, oh my gosh, that is happening. Thank you. I feel seen. That is how I use the tarot personally to help me through tough times, right? Tarot can be used as this like overall message, this overall vision from Spirit, from God, to help us move through tough times. So if this is speaking to tough times and you're like, wait, what? I'm not doing any of that, or I don't feel any of that, then this reading just isn't for you, Aquarius. Go watch your moon sign, your sun sign, your rising sign for something that fits you. But if you are hearing this and you're like, oh my gosh, I've been dealing so much with power struggles at work, or I've been feeling really frustrated, or I've been feeling like someone should reach out and really love me up and support me, and no one's doing it right now, and I feel all alone, and I could really use some support, and I've lost someone recently, or I feel like I'm just carrying the load all by myself, then hopefully this feels really relieving to you, like you are being seen, like you are being validated, right? So tarot is never like a harbinger of the terrible things to come. Never, never. It's a tool we use to talk to Spirit and the universe for guidance, for love, for support, and for encouragement, because the world is always acting in our best favor, right? So, all right, let's see what else you guys have coming up. Aquarius, what is kind of the central theme for this reading? Where are you guys at? Oh, Judgment in reverse. All right, so Judgment is a card about second chances, about coming back to life. This could, gosh, I mean, literally, if someone has, you know, my dad passed away, and before he actually passed, he was on hospice, right, for a long time. So there were all these scares, right? Oh, this is the last moment. Nope, he's coming back. Oh, this is the last moment. Nope, he's coming back. So when he finally did pass, even though it was expected because he was on hospice, we also had seen so many instances of him coming back and having another second chance. So this, coupled with this other message, I mean, if you really are facing people who have been have passed on, that came to me as one example. This month, or the season that you're in right now, Aquarius, might really be seeing something that you thought was working out, but not, but maybe going back and forth, really trying to figure out if this was actually going to be revived, whether it's an actual person or a project or a place, might really have be seeing final endings at this point. Judgment card here in this position says it really might be time to put something to bed. Is that a relationship? Is it really saying goodbye to the cat that passed on? Is it saying goodbye, you know, maybe you're an empty nester, your kids like went off to college or something like that, and it's time to say goodbye to the life that was and stop inviting them home every day for dinner when they live across the country, that kind of a thing, right? However this applies to you and your life. Clarifying by the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So that makes a lot of sense. There need to be new beginnings that you work for here. It's time to set the expectation of a new beginning, of a new start, of something that you thought was going to move forward or be very stable. It's not. It's time to rearrange your thoughts, Aquarius. It's time this month to really like focus on reality and build on that versus like the dreams or the vision that you thought was going to happen this month. Ooh, that feels harsh to say, but I hope it's helpful. Okay, well, gorgeous. Clarified by the Empress. So this says, in whatever way this was or wasn't happening for you, whatever this project was, it wasn't creating a sense of abundance. It was draining you. You weren't feeling fruitful. You were not feeling supported. You were not feeling loved. You were not feeling nurtured. The Empress crossing this card is saying, by moving on, by taking the steps to move forward, with whatever this means to you in a new direction, you are going to feel massively empowered. You are going to feel nurtured. You are going to feel like the queen in your own life. You are moving towards affirmation, affirming, life-affirming feelings. You are moving toward feeling so full of love, of compassion, of abundance, of fertility. Those are all the things the Empress represents. She represents being so full and passionate of life that she attracts suitors, she attracts opportunities, she attracts all of the things that she needs. It's feminine manifestation. So it means just by being so full of love, of life, of your cup overflowing, life comes to you because you're so exciting and you're so bright. So this is what's available to you on the other side of this, right? You weren't getting this before, and this is what's available to you moving forward. Look at how orange this sunset is. I love these cards. This is the Modern Witch Tarot. This is so much passion. This is the color of wands, right? So much vitality, so much sexuality, so much, and sexuality is like an indicator for like how vital we're feeling, how energized we are by life, right? It's an indicator of like being really engaged in our creativity, our primal creativity. So what's here in the foundation? What are you building the rest of the month off of? Gorgeous. Queen of Pentacles. I love this for you, especially with this endurance card, because you clearly have the resources here in either an emotional, physical, tangible, financial, or just spiritual way to hold up the rest of the month, to build the rest of the month from a place of overflowing abundance, stability, good food, nutrition, finances. And if that's not you personally, you're going to have people in your life that represent that or hold that for you to hold you up as you are supporting others potentially this month, or as you're going through whatever transition this is for you, Aquarius. Yes, love this. 9 of Swords in reverse here. You are absolutely facing down any anxiety. You are taking on any fears. You are recognizing that nightmares are just that. They're just nightmares. You are encouraging. I was going to say you are encouraging up. You are really embodying the courage and the inner resources to face down any fears in your way to make this happen this month. Oh, love that for you. Okay, what are you very focused on this month? Very clear that you are manifesting and bringing into your existence? Okay, damn, son. The Queen of Wands. So we have so much empowered female energy on the board. And it doesn't matter if you are a man or a woman watching this, right? Gender doesn't matter. You are very clear that through this, on the other side, as you go through whatever it is that you're doing this month, Aquarius, you are dedicated to being the boss. You are dedicated to being at the top of your game. You are dedicated to being confident. The Queen of Wands is confident. Speaking of sexual energy, right? Speaking of creativity, speaking of that vital energy. Look at those heels she's wearing. She's wearing like a heeled sandal wedge. She's sitting on this throne, lions there, and these open sunflowers representing the bravery of leading from the heart, an open heart, creativity. She leads. The Queen of Wands is a leader. And she's a leader that's like, she's going to throw the best party. She's going to have just the most amazing, inspired get-togethers, conversations, activities, right? Excuse me, I'm getting over cold. 2 of Swords. Oh, interesting. Okay. So again, we have like this boss lady energy, right? Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands here, and then coupled by these swords cards. So 2 of Swords. It might be a back and forth. You might be feeling this confidence and also still not quite understand how to move forward yet. And the 2 of Swords always encourages us to look inside, to go deep, to close off our eyes to a logical answer and to really look to our intuition and to spirit. And you know, she has this cat here. It's really a familial, it's a spirit animal here that's so close to spirit that kind of, you know, is an intermediary for her. So she's very close to and embodied with spirit, the Queen of Wands. So it might be a time where you are very clear that you are working towards confidence. You are working towards embodying the Queen of Wands. But there could also be like, but how do I do it right now? I'm not quite sure what to do, but I'm very focused on being embodying this. Or I'm very focused on spending time with people in my life who bring out these qualities or who have these qualities. And I'm also still not sure how to move forward. And there kind of could be this like back and forth again. And that's okay. That's okay. The message is still to like lean in deep, listen to your intuition, and follow spirit versus your logic or what you think would be the good next step. How do you feel about it? And and follow your feeling, follow the heart, the guidance from your heart, and that's going to get you to the right place. Okay, what happened in the recent past, Aquarius? Ooh, 7 of Swords in reverse. So here we have some way that you decided to cut out something that wasn't working for you, whether this was a person, whether this was an environment, a work situation, a family situation. It could even be self-sabotaging behaviors, like maybe you stop smoking immediately or stop drinking in the recent past. I love 7 of Swords in reverse for like, sometimes it really represents self-sabotage to me. So something in the recent past happened where you're like, nope, I'm not dealing with anyone that's talking behind my back anymore. I'm not dealing with anything that doesn't prop me up anymore. I'm cutting it all out. I'm deciding to make my life better in whatever area that was. Ooh, King of Cups. And it could have been from the advice of someone here in the recent past, a father figure or a therapist. The King of Cups represents a person who is exceptionally wise in emotional healing. He's sitting on this throne in the middle of a very choppy ocean with ships going out to sea or coming in. He's been through it all, so he can hold space for it all, right? So there might have been some real comfort or some real guidance here in the recent past as to how to get through a tricky situation. Or this could be you really bossing up in your own life here, taking control of your emotional body, really saying, smoking doesn't make me feel good. It's not helping me be my best self. Or spending time with this particular family member always makes me feel like shit at the end of the day. I'm going to really listen to what my higher self and my emotional body needs, right? Or working with a therapist to say, hey, I have all these like issues in relationships where I'm dating abusive people or whatever it is, and moving on. So something like that happened in the recent past, and it is shooting you towards, the devil. I freaking love this for you, Aquarius. It's like you are taking on it all this month. You are like uncovering all the rocks. You're moving all the big rocks to see what's underneath. You're moving all the little tchotchkes off the shelf so you can dust and like get all of the stuff, like deep clean. So as you move into the future energy here is the devil. The devil is really interesting. So we can absolutely see where our negative habits are, where we are tied to the golden handcuffs, so to speak. So wherever the devil pops up, there could be places where we are engaged in activities, like maybe at work, you're being paid a lot, but it's sacrificing your health. Or maybe you're in a relationship, but it's sacrificing other friendships that are really important to you. Or maybe you are smoking and you're really looking at like addictions here in the future, right? But it calms you or it makes you feel better, or drinking or whatever it is. Here in the future, this is sending you into a time where you are uncovering any patterns, for better or for worse, that you have to sacrifice something for. And it's usually material gain. So when the devil comes up, we're sometimes making exceptional material gains, right? Like the devil is represented by the goat. This one has wings. There's nothing he can't scale. There is no mountain too high. Like there is nothing that he can't accomplish, but at what cost? There's always a cost with the devil, and it's material gain at the cost of our health or our relationships or our spiritual connection, going against our intuition, right? So the devil isn't bad here in the future. It's a really productive card for you, Aquarius, here to see what wasn't working, what is working, and what is working for you. Like, okay, great. Maybe this is just an interim time where I really have to endure getting through a tough time or a transition time. And I really hate spending time with all this family, outside of my home for a couple of weeks while someone passed away. But I'm going to do it because it helps the kids there and it's going to help set them up for success in the future. But my physical health really suffers. They don't have the kind of food there that I like or that supports me, or my emotional health really suffers, but it's just for a little bit of time. Something like that. Like you're really clear here. Something happened in the recent past where you got clear about patterns that don't work for you and are prioritizing your health. And you're seeing here in the future how that plays out for you in real life in other ways, right? There was that real sense of like uncovering other places in your life and seeing where those patterns are. And that's beautiful because once you see them, you can address them. You can say, okay, this is actually worth it for me in this interim period or over time, or actually I don't want this anymore at all. This partner's really bad for me, or I want to move on to something that is more fulfilling. Aquarius, that is the whole point of this entire month for you. You are so, look at this alignment too. You are so beautifully focused on becoming the Empress this month, on stepping into like ultimate abundance and like ease and wealth and stability from ease, right? Gorgeous. Devil clarified by the Two of Pentacles. So this is exactly what I was talking about. Two of Pentacles in reverse. So you're seeing the devil here in the future. You're seeing all of the ways that efforting and getting ahead in life or material wealth or abundance or getting ahead in whatever area is what it's costing you. You're really seeing that this month, Aquarius, and you are able to put down, you're really focusing on like dropping it. Two of Pentacles is a card about like, how much can I keep in the air? I got it. I got these projects. I got these plates. I'm spinning everything. Oh, you need a hand? Don't worry. Oh, I'll show up to help you move, even though I've got like finals, tomorrow. I can do it all. Two of Pentacles in reverse says, you done. You dropping a ball. You dropping a few of them. You're dropping the chaos. And I love that for you because it means that as you see these patterns from the devil come up, you're really able to like address them and let them go. Ooh, Aquarius, you doing some good work this month, girl. Liver, it's like letting it all go, really cleansing your space, really addressing whatever toxins are in your space or in your body that are keeping you kind of all locked up and flushing it out. You're letting it go. Oh, I'm so proud of you. Okay, how are you feeling about all of this? Ooh, Five of Swords. Okay, I am still proud of you. But Aquarius, it could be a time where you're feeling very short, like you have a very short fuse. And this makes a lot of sense if you are dealing with a lot this month, which you could be. If you are dealing with a lot of stressors this month, the Five of Swords says you might be prone to like being snappy with someone, cutting someone off, making fights, or stepping into situations where there are fights. Five of Swords is a card about conflict for the sake of conflict. No one really wins. People walk away hurt. There are lost connections. Some swords are up, some swords are down. It's chaotic. There's these clouds in the back here represent, they're like sideways. There's like harsh words, harsh communication, harsh thoughts coming in here. So the recommendation when we see the Five of Swords is almost always to like step away. Right? Step away from the conflict. It's not a time to lean into arguing. It's not a time to like double down on, well, you said this and at 5:41, I saw you here, right? Like, no, that's not going to get you a resolution. It's going to get you more blood on the ground, more bloodshed. And actually, I really love this because what's coming to me too, looking at this card, is how green the mountains are in the back, how lush those are, and how kind of dry and gray and lackluster the ground he's standing on is, or they're standing on is. And so like walking towards what's lush, walking towards what feels good, and leaving this place that feels empty and full of chaos. Oh, yes, Aquarius. I hope this just feels affirming to you. The Three of Swords here. So there could just be there could be a sense of really wanting to lash out or wanting to engage in fights this month, or even if you don't like consciously want to, you might get into some squabbles because you're healing. Look at how much you are releasing this month, Aquarius. I'm so proud of you. The Three of Swords here saying like whatever has been left in the heart that needs to be addressed, that needs to be said, that needs to be healed is coming to the surface this month to be healed. But careful, Aquarius, because it could leave you with a propensity to say a lot to other people. And you know what? If you have to do this to set good boundaries, then I encourage you, right? I hope these personal stories are helpful and not just like, not helpful. But I had to do this recently with someone in my life where I had a lot of pain around a situation that we went through, right? We got into a situation, an argument about something that happened, and I brought it up. And that person on the other side couldn't understand. They basically said, like, well, you have a problem because you have feelings about it. I'm laughing now because I'm on the other side. I see how ridiculous that is. Like, I don't have relationships or friendships in my life where I can't, for the most part, work through conflict or come to someone and say, this really hurt my feelings. Can we talk about it? For the most part in my life, I have cultivated community, relationships, people that say, oh my God, I love you so much. How can I help this feel better, right? It's not about making someone else wrong, but it's about being able to come to the relationship and say, hey, like, this is really important to me. Can we talk about it? And in this particular instance, this person told me to fuck off. But they still wanted to stay in relationship. They still wanted to stay engaged. And so it led to this series of arguments where I was really trying to like say what I needed and say what I wanted and try and work through it. And it just didn't work out in the end. And it ended in conflict, and it ended in misunderstandings, right? Like I wish that person could have heard my hurt. Gosh, I hope this is helpful. I'm not just going off on a random tangent, but this is one example of like, Aquarius, if you're facing this month and feeling like you're getting into a lot of arguments that establish your own personal boundaries for safety and standards for love and care and feeling nurtured and filled up are 1000% I endorse 1,000%. As someone who's worked through a lot of codependency, I'm like, oh my gosh, sometimes my anger, sometimes my words, sometimes I have to set strong boundaries in order to protect myself. But be warned that as you're moving through this month and you are feeling grief or you are bringing up things that feel sad, just be careful not to start arguments that aren't going to be productive. Okay, that was long-winded. What is in your environment this month? People, places, things that could be helping you, holding you back. Oh, love this. Okay, so Aquarius, do not even worry about anything that is going on conflict-wise if that's happening, because in your environment, you are going to bump into so many opportunities to step through new doors, meet new people, meet new friends, find new lovers, find new adventures, go on new vacations. The Two of Wands is about open doors, right? She's like walking through this gateway to this like gorgeous world village in the background in her gorgeous shoes. Look at those fabulous like heeled sandals there in yellow and her beautiful earrings and gorgeous headdress, head wrap. She's looking fine. She's excited. So she's like dressed for the occasion. She's ready. So you're going to have opportunities this month, Aquarius, to really step into new worlds, new opportunities, new friendships, new relationships, and you're going to be ready for it. She's got her phone ready. She's like, where's my Uber? I see it's like right around the corner. I got all of my like beautiful clothes on. So not only you'll have people like be ready this month, Aquarius, for people, places, things to kind of pop out of the woodwork or present themselves to you to move on, whether that's, dating, whether that's education, whether it's just a little door too. It could be something little like just feeling better after a therapy session or something. Gorgeous. Clarified by Temperance here just says there's such an ability here to hold space for all of the things that are happening for you this month. Especially, and you'll really be supported by your community this month, Aquarius. Temperance is a card about peace, but it's not like, okay, great. When Temperance shows up, everything is like peaceful. Usually when Temperance shows up, things are hitting the fucking fan. It's usually a time when things are like, can be really tumultuous. And so Temperance comes in and says, I am the calm in the storm. You have an ability, you have an ally, you have a friend, you have a family member, you have a place in your life where no matter what's going on, whether you are, she's here on both land, right? So like a foot in the crazy ripply water, she's got a foot on land, and she's able to hold it all in the vision for a calm future. So you're really going to be supported this month, Aquarius, and feeling safe to step into new opportunities in an environment of peace. Oh, I love that for you. Deepest fears, deepest wishes for you this month? Page of Swords. Oh, you're so hoping that like this immediately feels like you're really hoping the messages are going to stop, that the negative messages are going to stop in your mind, that the text messages from your ex are going to stop, that you stop wanting to talk to someone, or you really want to stop checking out someone's like social media after you've had to move on, but you can't. You have like a compulsion to keep looking. The Page of Swords is just, it's about, mental excitement, where communication, thoughts, people, places, things like coming into our brain, coming into our life, talking about them, thinking about them, acting on them, social media, messages, communication. When it's in reverse in this position, you're just so hoping that so much of that would go away, right? Like, I just wish I could calm my inner voice, or I just wish that I could calm the storm. And with the Eight of Swords in reverse, you will. Coming out of confusion. You're going to find some clarity this month. So don't worry, Aquarius. That's just a little hug there for you that says you can, if you want to, really lean into your community this month, because you have so many opportunities to find peace from people around you. You might not be feeling a lot of inner peace. You are doing so much work to unearth some really big patterns or people or situations so you can address them and set them down. But you're going to have a really lovely support system around you. Especially like this Archangel Azrael. Like, I just love working with angels. It's like immediate relief and support and love in any moment that you ever need through the month. So call on that at any moment. Culmination. How's the month ending for you guys? Okay, well, we have all three queens on the board. Queen of Cups in reverse. We have all 3 out of 4, but also the Empress. This is a really beautiful feminine manifestation month for you, Aquarius. So you're really just coming into all kinds of feminine manifestation. You're using your connection to spirit, your connection to universe, your connection to God. You're listening, you're feeling, you're thinking, you're building, and you are creating, right? You are so focused on confidence, creative confidence built off of a very strong foundation. Queen of Cups in reverse usually speaks to maybe like emotions turned upside down, not feeling very stable emotionally, or potentially having people around you that aren't as stable emotionally. Court cards can often represent people around us in our lives. So we're ending on the Queen of Cups in reverse with the Ten of Swords. So Aquarius, just know that as you move through whatever cycle this is, whatever issue this is, it might be feeling overwhelming, right? You might be feeling overwhelming, like it's giving me cleaning out your closet vibes. You are so dedicated to cleaning out your closet and really focusing on living your best life this month, right? And at the end of this, you might need to sit down and just lean into some good friends here and give it a big cry and recognize that you might be burnt out. Or if you're having feelings of burnout, know that like spirit sees you, the universe sees you, you're right on track. Take care of yourself. The message with the Ten of Wands is what part of our burden can we release? What part of our crop here that we're bringing into market can we ask someone else to carry for us, right? She's like all alone. The beauty with the Ten of Wands is that it is a card that speaks to overwhelm and a lot of burden, carrying the burden, endurance. But it's about bringing in our crop for harvest. It's about culmination. It's about ending. It's about finalizing something you've worked really hard for. So it's about feeling burnt out, but you can only be burnt out once you've been working at something really long, right? And with that, there is reward. So you're coming into it, the end of the month, it just might not be over yet. Just reach out for some extra self-care this month, some extra love, some extra support, whether that's getting an salt bath or stepping outside into nature or whatever it is. Love yourself up, Aquarius. You are doing so amazing. I cannot wait to see where this brings you, because this level of depth of clearing everything out, of tending to what needs to be, like getting rid of old habits or old people that don't serve you anymore, really allowing your feelings to be present here and standing up for yourself, addressing old patterns and letting them go, built all off of so much stability, facing action through your fears, not letting your fears hold you back, and being very clear that you are doing it all from your intuition and from a place of confidence. There's no place that leads but massive success, right? There's no place that leads but massive success. So let me know how it goes, Aquarius. I'm rooting for you. I'm so proud of you, and we'll catch you on the next one.